Welcome, love, to Deranged Lane. Funny thing about folks around here, they're always saying, you don't know what it's like till you walk in my shoes. Well, sugar, on this lane, sometimes you actually can. Of course, you might not like who you end up walking as. Tonight's tale comes from a crooked little shop tucked at the dead end, a place where every item has a story and every story has a price. Wishbone Antiques. Now, go on, love. Step inside. See if these shoes fit.
He didn't mean to wander into Wishbone Antiques that night. No one ever does. The bell above the door gave a hollow little chime, the kind that sounded less like a welcome and more like a warning. There they were, a pair of old, cracked leather shoes sitting on a pedestal by themselves, scuffed, weather-stained. Nothing beautiful about them. And yet, they hummed, a low vibration in the air tugging at him. From the back of the shop, a voice whispered, though no one stood there.
They've been waiting for the right feet.
Against reason, he slipped them on. At first, nothing. Then, cold fire racing up his legs. The room tilted, his chest tightened, and when he looked in the dusty mirror on the wall, it wasn't just his reflection staring back. Flickers. Sometimes it was him. Sometimes it was a man with hollow eyes and blood on his hands. And in those flashes, he felt something. Confidence. Cruelty. A feeling he didn't recognize. Or maybe one he'd always buried deep.
You okay, hon?
The streets outside didn't look the same. Brick facades bled with old stains. The people he passed, some screamed, others froze. Not at him, but at who they saw walking in those shoes. He was walking another man's life, step by step, memory by memory. Each corner he turned, he knew what had happened there, because the shoes remembered. And with every step, the whispers grew louder.
Finish what I started.
The sound of distant jazz drifted through the air, but this wasn't modern day anymore. Jason blinked, and the world shifted. Neon signs flickered overhead. A glowing marquee read "The Velvet Room, live jazz tonight." The street smelled of tobacco, whiskey, and sin. He looked down. His clothes were no longer his own. A crisp white shirt, a suspenders clip, the shoes polished clean. And when he caught his reflection in the window, it wasn't Jason's face staring back. It was his grandfather's. The music pulled him inside. A trumpet wailed. A saxophone cried. The club swirled in smoke and gold light. And there, at the bar, sat a woman in a red dress. She turned, eyes bright as firelight.
Well now, took you long enough to find me.
Jason tried to back away, but the shoes carried him forward. His mouth curved into a smile that wasn't his own.
Well, darling, you want to cut a rug?
I never could resist a dance.
They moved to the center of the floor. Her perfume was sweet. Her laugh soft. For a moment, Jason almost believed this was just a dream. Until the lights dimmed and the music slowed. The warmth in his chest turned to something cold. His hands, once gentle, now gripped tighter. Too tight. She gasped, trying to pull free. The trumpet hit a sour note. The room blurred, faces melting into shadows. A scream cut through the melody. Then silence. When Jason blinked, he was standing alone in the middle of the street again. The music gone. Only the shoes, still warm. The whispers coiled around him like smoke.
He danced her to death, sugar. And you just took the next step.
He stumbled into a diner, desperate for something normal. The bell above the door jingled, the smell of grease and coffee wrapping around him. A truck driver at the counter noticed his trembling hands.
Rough night? Have a drink on me.
Sliding a cup of coffee toward him, Jason tried to smile, but in the reflection of the chrome napkin holder, it wasn't his smile at all. It was the smile of the killer who'd worn the shoes before. The driver's hand touched his shoulder, a simple gesture of comfort. And that's when Jason heard it. A whisper slithering up from the leather around his feet.
Finish what I started.
The restroom lights buzzed overhead as Jason followed the man inside. His reflection split in the cracked mirror, Jason on one side, the hollow-eyed killer on the other. When he looked down, his hand already held a knife he didn't remember taking. He wanted to scream, "Stop!" but his mouth only grinned, and his feet, driven by something older than him, moved closer. The man barely had time to turn before it was done. Quick, brutal. The shoes soaked up the moment, pulsing with satisfaction. Jason staggered back, staring at the body, but in the mirror, he saw only the killer's face, smiling back at him. Panicked, Jason clawed at the laces, but the shoes wouldn't come off. He stumbled back to Wishbone, gasping, begging.
Please, I
The
beg
bell
you.
tolled like a funeral chime. The keeper sat rocking in her chair, the cat curled in her lap. Her voice was warm, grandmotherly.
Well now, back already. That was quick, sugar. Tell me, didn't they fit you just right?
Take them off. Please. I didn't want to do it. I didn't mean to.
Oh, hush now. Shoes don't make you do nothing you ain't already carrying in your blood.
No, that wasn't me. I'm not like that.
Not like that? Sugar, you're walking the same steps your granddaddy did. He was the one these shoes first fit. Oh, he wore 'em well. Left stains all over this town.
My grandfather, no. He died before I was born. My mother never even...
She never told you the truth. But the shoes remember. And blood calls to blood. You didn't find them. They found you.
The words cut deep, and suddenly, Jason wasn't in the shop anymore. He was inside a memory. A man in the 1940s, tired eyes, dirt under his fingernails, stepped in a wishbone. Jason knew the face from faded photographs. His grandfather. The shoes were there, waiting just as they were now.
Been working hard, sugar. These'll lighten your step. Take you further than you ever dreamed.
What's the catch?
Every path's got a price, but yours. Oh, yours is already paid in blood.
He slid his feet into the leather. His face shifted, half relief, half hunger. And when he walked out that night, the town would never be the same. The vision snapped. Jason was back in the shop, drenched in sweat.
See, sugar? You're not the first in your family to walk this path, and you won't be the last.
With a scream, Jason tore at the leather, ripping one shoe free. But instead of falling to the floor, the shoe writhed in his hand, twisting, reforming, then snapping back onto his bloody foot like it had never left. He collapsed, gasping, clutching the counter for balance. His reflection in the dusty mirror stared back. Not Jason anymore. It was the hollow-eyed man, his grandfather. Jason's lips moved, but the voice that came out wasn't his alone. A laugh, low, familiar, centuries old. He stood slowly, limping, his footsteps echoing like two sets at once. And as he pushed open the door of Wishbone Antiques, the keeper rocked gently in her chair, smiling wide. The shoes weren't searching anymore. They had found their owner. Jason wasn't wearing his grandfather's shoes. He was wearing his grandfather.
See, darling? Some things don't just run in the family. They walk. And Jason, he'll be walking these streets for a long, long time. That's it, sugar. Walk proud. Just like he did. Welcome, hun, to Wishbone Antiques.